Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and or listening to the podcast, and welcome to my house. It is time for another ServiceNow Store highlights video. That's SSH version 2025-0812, so the 12th of August 2025, coming off a smallish episode last week. We only have 39 new or updated applications. I still have not finished going through the Zurich applications yet, that you can see down below that. Over 1,000 should have been in last week's episode, but I carved out the ServiceNow stuff so I could process it separately and not delay any episodes for all of the non-ServiceNow content. So for today's episode, we have 1 compatibility update, 3 fixes, 3 ghost applications, 7 highlights, 16 minor updates, 3 new releases, and 6 release notes fails. So let's jump right into the episode, take a look at that compatibility update from Crest Data Systems. It is Chronicle Data Export Application, updated to be compatible with a newer version, I don't remember which one, of ServiceNow. There were 3 fixes: Automation App, Tanium Vulnerability Response Integration, and UpGuard Cyber Risk all had some fixes, and there were 3 ghost applications. Let's just click on those real quick and make sure they are still not in the ServiceNow store, and 2 out of 3 and 3 out of 3 are not. They were Employee Campaigns for Workplace from Facebook by ServiceNow, Power Management Operational Technology by Work4Flow, and Service Bridge for Providers Legacy by ServiceNow have been removed from the ServiceNow store, which makes them, to me, a ghost application. We had 16 minor updates from various application providers. I was going to say vendors, but vendor didn't sound like the right word. They were AI-powered search and knowledge recommendations by Coveo, Beyond Trust remote support CSM integration, ICW Core, Industrial Standard, Juniper Mist automated provisioning, New Rocket translation assistant, operational technology obsolescence management, radiology regulatory intelligence, resume, Sales One configure price quote or CPQ, Sales One Core, ServiceNow voice for ITSM, Swisscom incident integration, vBrick video, VMray for security incident response, and vulnerability response integration with Clarity XDome all had minor updates for this episode. And that takes us to our release notes fails. If you haven't seen or heard an episode before, a release note fail is simply there were not sufficient, complete, or any release notes for me to tell you what updated with the application. We know there was a version change, but the release notes don't tell us what actually changed in that new release. They were Bishop Fox Cosmos Exposure Management, Druva OT Management Mobile, Savient Identity Governance App Essentials, CMyCMDB by Emma 3D, and Service Graph Connector for OT Base. All were release notes fails, unfortunately. Now, about the fun stuff, we did have 3 new releases. Let's take a look at the first one. Avaneer Contract Management for Sales and Order Management, or SOM. Generate, redline, negotiate, and manage sales contracts from Sales and Order Management via integration between CPQ and Avaneer Contract Flow. Key features for this application include contract creation, quickly initiate contract creation as soon as the quote is finalized, and take the contract through reviews, negotiations, approvals, and execution. Link contract in CRM, view contracted term, assets, entitlements, and contract documents associated with the account within CRM. Update contract, incorporate quote modifications into contracts while the contract is in an editable state. Amend contract, easily trigger, generate, and execute contract amendments from amended quotes, and configure mappings, map header and line item details from quote to contract objects. And that is what's new by the team, or from the team at Avaneer. Our next new release is Computer Center Automation Accelerator, integration with Computer Center Automation Services. Key features for this app: Computer Center Automation Accelerator enables rapid deployment of catalog items for use with Computer Center's automation systems. It also supports data validation at ordering time and operational integration of tasks during the fulfillment process. There are 3 main features offered by the application: semi-automated creation of catalog items from definition data obtained from the Computer Center automation system, import and maintenance of validation data to support the request ordering process, and submission and tracking of an automation task during request fulfillment. And that's what's new from the team at Computer Center UK Ltd. Our last new release is Everbridge Flow Designer, smart automation for streamlined incident response. Key features: the plugin for ServiceNow, Xmatters, and Everbridge aims to enhance incident management by leveraging the robust capabilities of Xmatters and Everbridge within the ServiceNow environment. It streamlines, let's just move on down. Incident alerts allow ServiceNow users to configure filters that determine whether specific incidents are sent to Everbridge or xMatters for automated notification and incident response tasks. Actions enable users to create actions linked to a specific record types controlled by user roles. And yeah, we'll stop there. There's a lot more text on the screen, but that's the essentials of what this new application does. And it is brought to you by the team at xMatters Incorporated. And that takes us to our highlights for the episode. Let's go ahead and open that first one. It's going to be Agentic AI App Version Validator. In this version, the release introduces a fully AI-powered solution to simplify and automate the validation of required plugins and store applications for Now Assist skills and Agentic AI. AI agents continuously monitor application readiness, automatically detecting missing, outdated, or broken store apps. With built-in intelligence and actionable insights, administrators can instantly remediate issues using the Take Action button. This release marks a major step forward in operational efficiency, empowering teams to maintain a consistent, reliable platform foundation. And that is what's new from the team at Work4Flow. Our second highlight is Global Link Enterprise. It was updated to version 5.1.0, and in this version they added support for new content triggers, implemented the ability to utilize webhook profiles, uncouple the scheduled job from webhook setting, added support for additional task extended record tables, create a module named App Privacy Policy, add word count to task table, and some critical bug fixes from the team at TransPerfect Holdings LLC. Our next highlight is Guardrails. It was updated to version number 10.0.0, and in this version, there's a new feature, Guardrails AI Assist. Now troubleshoot and perform upgrade analysis using their new Guardrails AI feature. And that's what's new from the team at Dyna Software Incorporated. Our next highlight is Industrial Guided Task by ServiceNow. I'll just highlight or point out that it's an Innovation Lab offering, meaning it is not supported and doesn't carry any warranties, but it was updated to version 0.3.2, and in this version they added the ability to set target scores, thresholds, and question weighting, added support for skill-based task assignment as well as preventing tasks being assigned to users without the right skills, added support for recommended actions, and added the ability to copy a template. And again, that's from the team at ServiceNow's Innovation Lab. Our next highlight is Service Graph Connector for Rubrik. It was updated to version number 1.1.0. And in this version, they included some fixes. VMware Virtual Machine CIs were previously created using the Rubrik ID. Now they use the VMware MOID to identify the virtual machine instances, which will not create duplicate VM entries. Rubrik cluster source recency stamp is now set to the current date time of the most recent discovery. As far as enhancements, there's new discovered types for Postgres and DB2. MSSQL instance version field now being mapped to MSSQL instance CI. Oracle DB version field now being mapped to Oracle DB CI. Compliant status field added to all workload CIs from Rubrik. Last snapshot time field added to all workload CIs from Rubrik. Protection status field added to all workload CIs from Rubrik. Rubrik workload protection status module added to view newly added fields from additional information table, and the Rubrik cluster nodes now map to a server in addition to the cluster node. And that is what's new for the team at Rubrik Inc. Our second to last highlight is Systran Translator Service Spoke. It was updated to version number 1.0.3, and in this version, the first bullet is really why I put it in the highlight. They add support for additional language locales: Portuguese in Brazil, Portuguese in Portugal, Chinese Simplified, English United Kingdom, English Canada, English United States, French France, French Canadian, Norwegian, Chinese Traditional Taiwan, and Chinese Traditional Hong Kong. New configuration panel to enable/disable specific translation pairs and improve translation depth and handling for region-specific variants. And that's what's new from the team at Systran Software Incorporated. Our last highlight for the episode, and it's a big one, is by UDesign. It was updated to version 2.1.0, and in this version they've implemented some new features, introducing a new visualization for a roadmap that support by default UPMX lifecycles, introducing relationship fields, a flexible new functionality that allows you to configure, manage, and display indicator fields linked to CI relationships, introducing Show Reversed Relationship, a global setting that lets you decide whether the direction of relationship creation or update should affect the available relationship types, and added complement to load dependencies, allowing you to choose whether to connect existing items or create new connections. In the improvements For hierarchy map visualization, new configuration window lets you choose which tables to include, option to load or exclude CI relationships, and additional filters and settings added for more control. Under publish functionality, remove the custom publish role. UDesign now fully relies on ServiceNow ACLs, and enhance Data Panel and Explorer to better handle and respect access restrictions defined by ServiceNow ACLs. Under Canvas Object Order, in preparation for the addition of layers, they've redesigned the way how UDesign handle the order of objects on the canvas. This will provide a more stable, consistent, and strong core for future functionalities like layers. Under visualizations, when the last item is deleted from a visualization, the shape now resets to its initial state. Under shapes, added text support to the group shape in the basic shapes category, and corrected and updated several shapes where the isGroup property was incorrectly enabled, ensuring only intended shapes have a group shape functionality. Under publish, clear toast messages when publishing fails due to missing mandatory fields. When rejecting an item, the associated field is now visible within the comment for better context and traceability. Under Explorer, Publish button is disabled while another publish action is running. Now supports hierarchical display of groups, containers, and similar shapes. And under Data Panel, now supports ServiceNow choice fields with a none option and added support for multi-line text fields. Under Real-Time Indicator, automatically selects the correct configuration when nodes and links are selected while the panel is open. Under Data Hub, Table Order now respects category order and name, followed by shape order and name, and new global setting lets you choose whether the table selector displays the shape name or the table definition name. They added the option to toggle between editor and presenter mode when editing board type links. Under Filters dialog, reference fields now support large datasets when selecting values. Under Load Dependencies, the layout was improved. Under HOP or HOP, improved the notification message sequence. Under Visual Links, you can now flip the arrow direction directly from the toolbar when selecting a visual link. Under Datetime format, it now respects the user's preferences, defaults to the system format if none is set. Under Background Color Selector, added a visible border to help distinguish white color selections in the toolbar, and improved the notification message displayed when a session times out, providing clearer guidance for users to re-authenticate and continue working. And if that wasn't enough for you, everybody, there are a ton of fixes listed. I'm highlighting them on the page if you're listening to the podcast, and there's even a link to the full release notes on the docs.udesign.app website if you are interested. And that's what's new from the team at Inspire Incorporated. And that, everyone, is our entire episode. Let's just take one more look at what you saw or heard. That was 3 new releases, 7 highlights, 1 compatibility update, 16 minor updates, 3 ghost applications, 3 fixes, and 6 release notes fails. I hope you found this video or podcast helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in what's new, what was updated, or what was removed from the ServiceNow store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.